There are a couple of elite that I think rise to the utility of epics. Cheetah being one of them, Captain Cold being another, Mr. Freeze, Black Canary. I'll do guys on those guys as well. But it's really, and I said this before in a video, a lot of these elites have one skill that they do very, very well that if you're needing them in this little niche situation, they can work out. And I'll let you know what that is for Cheetah. So let's get to the video.
I would question myself in the same situation and consider the consequences.
People were going to die.
Hi guys, I'm Grubby here, and this is a DC Worlds Collide video. In this video, first, let's have a little bit of fun, because I'm still, like I was saying on the chat, I'm still getting like the work day out of my body right now. I can feel all this tension up in my back. So like I'm still trying to shake that off, so let's have a fun question. So by this point, it's much more, I want to say ubiquitous, but I don't know if that's even the word, for you guys, the intros to my videos. I did the Batman one that was kind of an homage to my old channel, or not my old channel, but my old game, plus Batman, my favorite hero. And then there was a Superman one, right? So you tell me in the comment section below, which one do you like more? Is it Soups? Is it Bats? Let me know. All right, and then there's gonna be I'll try to do another fun thing. We'll see. So I just decided that I like Cheetah a lot more. You know why? Because her hair color is auburn. War Damn Eagle, if you know, you know. So anyway, Cheetah, bleed, action bar progress. That is the key. That is the key to this elite being like nice with it. Obtain energy. That might be something I even ignored and don't even realize. Her class is Her class is support, and her traits DP is blah, blah, blah. Agile. I'm getting there, guys. I'm getting there. My brain's all over the place. Okay, so she keeps her eye, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to read this, except I do like the notes. Like, you know the history, but I want the notes. And they only do the notes from, like, Batman and Nightwing. I guess that's because Bat Computer or whatever. But the Cheetah's over-targeting Wonder Woman also worries me. We need to watch Diana's back. You mean, like, when you set up the way to take out Wonder Woman in that, what was that animated movie? Where basically it was like Batman versus the Justice League, because somebody got all the secrets Batman had, to where he was like, I need to figure out how to take each one of the superheroes in the Justice League out, and he did it. He figured it out. Yeah, and then, no spoilers in case you haven't seen that movie, but it's a very, very sweet spoiler at the end for Batman, what he says to the Justice League. All right, so anyway, going back to Cheetah. Her affinities all linked up. So we got Manta, we got Gorilla Grodd, we have Captain Boomerang. So many captains. And then question, attack 6%, then attack for 2%, and then HP for 4%, attack HP for 2%, and then defense for 4%, respectively. So now we will hop into her skills. It's going to be pretty quick. She has no team synergies. And because she's elite, she only has 3 abilities. Additionally, they can only get up to rank 8. They can't get up any higher. You'll see that the gear I put on her isn't the greatest in the world. Part of that is because I was really using her for only one thing. The other part of it is I just don't feel comfortable putting like really, really good gear on an elite character right now when I have barely enough to put on my epics. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'll leave her here for now because she is only serving one purpose. However,
standby time turning off now.
Wow, my RoboVac just told me like, because you unplugged me, I'm going to sleep. Okay, fine. You ain't have to say it so aggressively. Anyway, so basically, if I had the gear, I think that there are these elites that I'm talking about. You could put that kind of gear on them, but because it's so scarce, she's good with this. I only want to use her for one thing, really, one ability, really. So I don't need this stuff per se. However, I will say this, a speed set on her would be nice. Her speed is at 208, and I think I just outfitted someone, can't remember who, with Star Sapphire. Just put a bunch of speed gear on her. Now, skill. Here we go. Pounces on an enemy, dealing physical damage equal to 85% of attack and adding 1 stack of bleed for 2 turns. The basic attack Cheetah Claw. That is up to 105 for me now. So she's not going to hit, her basic is not going to hit as hard as your typical epic. Some epics don't hit as hard like the tanks, and she is support. So, and then bleed, just so you guys are aware, make sure you remember it's different in other games. End of turn is when they get the damage. It's physical damage, 20% of attack, and then 10% is received to shields. HP is lower than 33%. It doubles. Bleeds, ignores shields, and deals damage directly to the HP bar. Now, on to Primal Instinct. Maybe this is the thing I didn't get. When attacking a target inflicted with bleed, there's a 50% chance of gaining 1 energy. I did not know that when I first read her kit. That is good. There's 2 reasons I would have her on the field now. That's actually good. I like that. And then chance increases to 60%, and then it increases to 70%. If the target is inflicted with 4 stacks of bleeds or more, there is a chance of gaining an additional 1 energy. So I could get 2 energy, 70% chance if I got 4 stacks of bleeds on them. And the first thing I thought of actually was Ocean Master. And I have this awesome video that I took last night of Ocean Master just basically doing a bunch of out of turn attacks on a mini boss. And I want to go back to his kit to revisit why those out of turn attacks came up. But running her with Damien, running her with Ocean Master, running her with, I'm trying to think of anyone else off the top of my head. Still learning. I don't have them all out. I don't think so. I was about to say Bizarro, but he's just doing burns and frostbite, and he freezes. So, yeah, there seems to be a lot of tunes that she could run with. As a matter of fact, here's the little cheat code that I'm going to do right now. We're going to go to Damien, and then we're going to go to his affinities, team synergies, and here, he need a bleed? Nope, he only needs support. There's one where if they need bleed on their team, and I can't remember which one that is. I think Ocean Master needs block. I'm thinking on it real quick. If I can't be quick, then I'll just do it later. No, she only does poisons, right? Right. Yeah, only poison characters. There was one I just looked at. That's going to bother me now. It's Two-Face. Because Two-Face does bleeds. Yeah, that's exactly where they are. So then the tunes that would run best with her are the ones that are going to be here because they're going to be 1 stacking bleeds. I got my Ocean Master, my Two-Face, and my Damien all squared away. I could probably run a bleed comp with them now. I haven't done anything with Croc or anyone else, and I don't have these others down here. Who is this? Okay. So maybe I will run a bleed comp that includes Cheetah and then another tank like Gorilla Grodd or something in Arena when I go try her out. So let's get back to Cheetah's kit. There she is. All right. So, and then on her path, this is the thing that I was using. This is her ultimate. I would put her at the beginning or second position if you're doing automatic ultimates. Let out a predatory roar, increasing progress on the action bar for all her allies by 20%. She also gains wild strength for 3 turns. Bleed she inflicts wild strength state is increased by 1 stack. So then the bleeds that she's putting down here, the 1 stack here, and this is the passive thing. So then she's going to be putting down 2 instead of 1 if she's in this wild strength mode. And then I just saw this down here. I didn't even pay attention. I need to hurry up and get her out. I can't rank her right now. I should have done it already. Progress on the action bar increases by 30% instead of 20% once you get up to rank 8, which is very easy to do with elites. Bleed inflicted by her allies while she's in wild state is increased by 1 stack. So she's also helping the others stack their bleeds. Yo, she's even better than I thought, especially if I'm trying to run bleed comps. And I am at the point of the game, I even did the video that you guys have probably already seen, where I'm studying the debuffs and trying to build teams around those debuffs. That is nice. I like that. So I'm going to try to run her on a bleed team. And I'm trying to think of the best way. It's still going to have to be Evil Falls. And what did we say those people were? Two-Face, Robin. Who was the other one? This is that terrible, terrible memory. Told you my brain is not here today. I am not with it. See, even going there. Ocean Master. Of course, Ocean Master. Of course, Ocean Master. Of course, Ocean Master. So let's get over here to Evil Falls. By the way, on Evil Falls, when they tell you, I got this to level 10. When they tell you follow the synergies up here, do that. I think it was George who told me that. Do that for real because it makes a huge difference. I was like stuck at level 8 and then I started following the synergy that included Ocean Master. I got to level 10 and my she is what 1 million and I think my top team is like 400k. So that stuff does matter. However, one thing that also matters is the fact that me getting distracted by how good her kit was. I forgot to, maybe add some stuff to her kit or to her that would make her, work. So we're going to go down here, but add her to level link. Burp. This, though, man, I love level link so much. This, though, does make me hesitate in one way, only one way. I want to put a speed set on her. And I just did that with Star Sapphire. And there's this health crap. And that boosted her up to 226. If I remove this stuff, and I'm curious about this now. So I'm going to add all of Star Sapphire's stuff from her kit. We're going to do that right now. Can I do just... Oh, yeah, cool. Bet. Oh, there's already a speed helmet here. We'll go ahead and add that in. That's fine. That is fine. We're going to take the shoulder off her. Replace. And then hopefully by... Oh, there's no chest. So then hopefully by the time I get Star Sapphire up to... Because here's the thing. I'm doing this permanently, meaning... I want to leave this on her, and Star Sapphire is only rank 3 right now. So I do want this. I want her to be faster. The attack, the HP, I don't care if she survives. So let's just do this. We can do that. Is there any? There's an. I'm really putting this gear on her. But her kit was nuts, and I do want to work with bleeds and stuff. Like I'll be more likely to do this with her. In terms of putting on, and this is for my personal preference, putting gear that's this good on her than I would for Captain Cole or for Mr. Freeze, despite the fact that they are really good and very good at tanking. I like that utility a lot. So now she's up to 228. So that gave her another 20 on top. If we go back, I think, man, I've left her in a bad way. She's 206 now. Okay. All right, so now Cheetah will probably be the fastest one of the group. As a matter of fact, I'm checking this real quick. Nope, that ain't gonna get it. And then you can't do it that way. Okay, it would be nice to be able to filter on traits. It really, really would. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into Evil Falls. Okay. Now we remove you guys. I'll slide you there for a second. For right now. Ocean Master stays, of course. Hey, where'd you go? I just said you stay. Damien over here. Two-Face over here. And then we want to put Cheetah up in the mix. We'll put Cheetah away from the front line because she won't live. Select this one. So this synergy that I'm doing right now, this team synergy, all deployed allies attack HP and defense plus 6% during battle increases bleed damage by enemies by 12%. Now we're not gonna get past this Superwoman. That's fine. Totally okay. But I want to see how this performs, and hopefully Ocean Master goes off again because that was cool when that happened. Now, as far as the tanks, I mean, he and Gorilla Grodd are my best tanks right now. I just put a bunch of block gear on Gorilla Grodd, though. And I cannot remember, Gorilla Grodd does not lay down any kind of weaken, slow, armor break versus laying down poisons. Bizarro only does. Here we go. Come on, Bizarro. You needed to go ahead and do your video. Bizarro, frostbite and freeze, and the burn. That's not a burn. Oh wait, I already did Bizarro's video. That's how many videos I've been recording. Like this will be like my 27th or 28th. I did Bizarro's guide, I think yesterday. Man. All right. Anyway, so I think we're gonna run with this. I'm tempted to put. I know I'm not gonna win, but I'm tempted to put Two-Face in the front means that Penguin takes less damage. Two-Face in the back means that the back row does more damage. All right, whatever, we ball. So I kind of want to slow it down a little bit. Oh wait, and then of course, because I always do this, we're gonna go ahead and put you here, try to get that action bar up really quickly. I think Penguin's ultimate is like one of the most useless in the game. I'm not bringing him for that. Okay. Now let's go. Let's see what happens. Okay. And then here is where you want to look. You want to check over here on this side. When she, oh, did you just freeze on me? LD player, did you just freeze on me? Like just straight up stopped? Of course you did. So I'm going to reset LD player and we'll be right back.
10 minutes later.
We're back. At least it stopped soonish. Another thing that I just realized is that putting Two-Face here gives an unrealistic expectation of what bleed damage is going to do for them in the back. Because I don't know, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure this increased damage also applies to the bleeds. And actually, you know what? Let's do an experiment and find out. If we can try to see what happens or how much bleed damage is actually being taken, then maybe we can calculate if it's better or not. So she just took a turn and lost 246 off that first bleed and then wiped Ocean Master out. That was a great display for him. Nice. Yeah, so there's more. 8, 12. That's a lot of bleeds going up on that lady. 15. And I think the max is 15 that you can stack it to. So yeah, 15 max. And then that's 3,029 or whatever that just popped off of her. So the max on those bleeds was 3,000. And now she kills everybody. Okay, so the max bleeds, 15 stack of bleeds, got you 3,000. Now let's go back and try this again with Zatanna, actually. That was the thing that I was thinking about, is that bleed damage does count as damage in the sense of Zatanna's passive. So what you'll see is that as the bleeds stack, they're not going to do as much damage because we don't have that team synergy from Two-Face. We're not going to let Zatanna really do anything. All you're going to see is that they're going to be healing after she takes her turn. So we start. It should be cool. I need someone slightly weaker than her right now. So there's the 1. We got 2 up. Just increased. So you saw over there on the action bar where they all moved. Ocean Master died real quick again. Yeah. They only have 2 bleeds up on her right now. 4. When her turn comes down, that's when we want to see the damage. Let's see how many bleeds went out. There's 10 right there. Bet. Damien put down. So now it's like 14. And she just decided to wreck Penguin. And she just lost 6,000 and something. That seems like a miscalculation. I guess also, because there was poison there too. I guess of course it depends on the which attack they're going by, and I assume it's the attack of the person who laid down the bleed, because it can't be the attack of Superwoman. She'd be dead, or not dead, but you see her bar like jolt all the way down. So that was something. Sorry, I gotta slow it down. But the thing is now, because we know this fight is gonna last all of 15 seconds, the slowdown is Not going to be as painstaking. Bye bye, Ocean Master, as always. There's 210 that just went down off of her because of the cheetah bleeds. Okay. So we're looking at 210. She'll come back around soon enough. Here comes Damien with some of his bleeds. Got her up to 14. Yeah, we're missing that one because of Two-Face. 4,756. So then maybe that last one was like not an ultimate, but a crit hit. So 4,756. No, but the crits look like that though. There's 15 bleed stacked there. She is trying to wreck Robin's face. 14,000 on a critical bleeds hit. That is cool. That is cool. I like that a lot. And we're going to do one more little experiment here to see about that change in damage with Two-Face. Because then it seems as though you have additional bleed damage there from him. Oh, let's get you out of here, Satana. Just so we fully understand who is best to work with. Cheetah and other bleed teams. I mean, this is experimenting for me to build a bleed team as well. So we go here, and then this is bleed damage taken by enemies by 12%. That's increased. We're going to select that. Cool. Thank you guys for watching. I'm going to try to keep an eye out for it. And actually, let's try for her first one right after. So, like, there's the bleed already. She has 2. She cracks the whip. It was like 400. Yeah, 246. So, it looks like it was right around the same area. Like, an increase of 12%. Looks like it's about in that area. Okay. I would love to see a crit bleed like on 15 stacks. That's what I want to see. Her turn's coming up after Penguins here. So let's see. She's going to do a graphic that's going to block it. 6,174. That wasn't critical though. Okay. So she's going to get her other turn after she wrecks Robin's face. We don't get a critical shot here. Then we're just going to have to let it ride. All right, boo. 3,429. How is it that her bleed damage was less with Two-Face on the squad? That's it, crit. I guess that she laid down more bleeds than like Damien. And since her attack is lower than Damien's, or Ocean Master never got a shot, or Two-Face, then, well, no, Two-Face was on the last squad. So it had to be between her and Damien's bleeds. Her attack is less. She put out more bleeds than he did. So the attack is lower. The bleed damage is lower. I guess that's what happened there. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Please like, please subscribe. If you don't like it, subscribe and dislike. I'm okay with that as well. Cheetah's definitely a recommended tune, especially with her passive now. I'm going to be working with her a lot today because I did not realize that a lot of her, like that second ability, her passive ability, I didn't realize it was that good. So I'm going to be working with her a lot more. So thank you guys for watching all the way through. See you next time.